Hello, it's Philip Taylor from Richmond Green Chambers speaking. I'm looking at a book from Oxford University Press, which is this one. It's The Civil Procedure Rules 10 Years On, and it's edited by Deirdre Dwyer, and it's an excellent book, well needed in our view after 10 years of CPR in practice. You can see the structure of the book very clearly. It's got a whole range of comments by various leading practitioners, academics, so forth, running all the way through. You'll see the usual suspects are here, including Xander right at the back. There is in fact a useful little index at the end too, but in fact as a book of something approaching 450 pages, it's quite heavy actually, but it's good because it's exactly what we need. Now, we've given it a title. My wife and I have looked at this particular publication. We've given it the title, From a Galaxy of Stars, After 10 Years, a Comprehensive Review of the UK Civil Justice System. Now, obviously, that is what's started off the original changes, and many people, of course, will remember the old different sets of rules for the different courts. So when CPR were launched 10 years ago, they brought into effect the reforms recommended by Lord Woolf in his reports. He's careful, of course, to point out in his foreword, that's Lord Woolf, that when introducing these reforms he was assisted by many others, some of whom have contributed, of course, here. And there are 23 chapters, and obviously within that you've got a huge scope of different points of view. I think the most important area for me is costs, because that is the big issue currently as I record this at the early part of 2010. They're obviously written by a number of very distinguished people, and as a result really of a conference which took place in 2008 at the British Academy, which was actually looking at these civil procedure rules after this sort of period of time. It's supported, of course, by the British Academy, by Herbert Smith and the law faculty of the University of Oxford. It's got a lot of people involved, 130 judges, academics, barristers and so forth. And the contributors present information from a whole range of different points of view. And Dr. Dwyer obviously has covered the point. She starts the ball rolling, and then it sort of ends with Michael Xander at the end. And in the words of Lord Woolf, it was by far the most outspoken objector, that is Xander, who was the one that in fact I think we're all drawn to seeing what he says. But his diagnosis and proposed reforms, obviously which Woolf brought in, received very limited support in some areas, notwithstanding the power and clarity of the comments. But that's to be expected whenever you introduce anything. I think they've worked, personally, and I'm a practitioner. I believe, and what Lord Woolf says I think is correct, it's an effective civil justice system which is essential as an ingredient of the rule of law, and you've got to have something that works in a modern era, and that's what these rules do. Whether some people dislike it or not, I don't know. We believe, though, it has amply achieved the aim of raising the profile of civil justice at a difficult time with the attendant issues that we have, and also simultaneously redressing certain levels of misunderstanding regarding the quality of the system. Lord Woolf says there's no precedent for such a galaxy of stars from the civil justice system contributing to a single volume like this. He's right. The work covers a whole range of categories which you can look at. As I say, I thought costs was one of the most interesting areas. To sum up, we say it's scholarly, it's timely, and not infrequently controversial. So the perspectives offered in CPR 10 years on are an invaluable contribution to the ongoing debate continually being generated by CPR. And in fact, our view is that no civil practitioner should be without this sort of work, as it will. Obviously, we all have our own views about how the system operates now, and the success of the new landscape, and whether it has been successful. I think it has, and many other people do. And therefore, we say it's been brilliantly successful because the change is down to one man, and that's Harry Woolf. So thank you to Dr. Dwyer, OUP, and also to Lord Woolf. Bye-bye.